Right then guys, how's it going and welcome back to your football predictions. We are back on a Sunday night because there is more midweek Premier League football coming up on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Those were my predictions from the last video and from this weekend's games. As I'm doing this right now, Crystal Palace are beating Everton 2-1. And I got one correct score. I got that Manchester United would beat Norwich 1-0. As always, thank you to everyone who got involved and got your predictions in on the last video. Over 150 comments to go through, which was fantastic, and loads of support for the series in the comments as well, which was amazing. As I say, I went through everyone's predictions, and this week's winners all got 2 correct scores. There was quite a few of them, so I have wrote them down. Well done to Hayden, Revolutionary Leader, Anthony, Solomon, Drago, Man United News, Jake, Jordan, Judd, Leo, Jake and Jabba. So well done to you guys. Thank you to everyone who got involved. As I say, really loving the support and I'm really glad you guys are enjoying the videos. As I say, there's loads of football going on right now. And remember, if you want to be shouted out in my next predictions video, which will be Friday next week, so after the midweek games, but before next weekend's games, then be sure to get your predictions down in the comments below for this week of midweek games. But as always, we will go through the games together now. So to start things off on Tuesday at 7:30 on BT Sport, we have got Brentford taking on Manchester United. I should say all of these games are on BT Sport, and I am going to try and whiz through the video a little bit quicker than normal. So Brentford had a great 3 points for them at the weekend. A late goal to equalise with Watford following a last-second goal to win the game 2-1 and pick up 3 points. Taking on a Manchester United side who, as I say, won 1-0 against Norwich. New manager in very recently with Ralph. And I'm hoping this one could be quite a good one. As I say, Brentford, we know they can score, but they often concede a few as well. And Manchester United, have been a little bit up and down this season. I've gone to 2-1 to Man United there. Next up, again on the Tuesday, but at 7:45, we have got Norwich taking on Aston Villa. As I say, by all means, Norwich have been doing great the last few weeks with their new manager in as well. Did lose it the weekend, taking on Aston Villa, who again, with the new manager Steven Gerrard, who has also done really well. He didn't get the return to Anfield that he wanted this weekend, losing against Liverpool 1-0, but generally have been playing some good football, and I've backed them to win this one 2-0. Next up on the Tuesday at 8 o'clock, we've got Manchester City taking on Leeds. Manchester City got their win this weekend against Wolves 1-0. Professional performance as ever. Not always the most exciting, but they always get the job done. Taking on a Leeds side who might not get the job done, but are always exciting to watch. Very unlucky to lose their game at the weekend 3-2 against Chelsea. But as I say, 5 goals in that game is always going to be fun. I have backed Manchester City. I've gone 2-0. Hopefully it might be a good watch, but who knows. Moving on to the Wednesday now, 7:30, we have got Brighton taking on Wolves. So I don't think I actually mentioned it at the start of the video. The Spurs-Brighton game was postponed this weekend due to the high number of positive tests in the Spurs camp, and they actually had the Europa League game cancelled as well. So no game for Brighton this weekend, which does mean they get an added rest before going in against a Wolves side who, as I mentioned, did lose against Man City this weekend. However, having said that, I have still backed Wolves to go on and win this one. I've gone 1-0. As I say, they have been good this season. Brighton will draw in a lot of games, so who knows? Maybe it could be 0-0, 1-1. As I say, Brighton have had the extra rest, so that's good for them. But yeah, I have backed Wolves there. Next up on the Wednesday, still at 7:30, we have got Burnley taking on Watford. Burnley drew against West Ham 0-0 this weekend, which I would say is a good point for them. West Ham have been very good this season, and Burnley again are consistently drawing a lot of games. Still really looking to get a couple of wins under their belt and taking on promoted Watford side. I think they will see this as a good chance. Watford themselves have again, probably been quite an exciting team to watch this season. Unfortunately, they've been on the end of some big results, as well as, getting a few decent ones for themselves. I'm sure they will be disappointed with having been 1-0 up against Brentford away and then coming away with nothing. I have gone 1-1, sat on the fence a little bit there on that one. Next up again, 7:30 Wednesday, Crystal Palace taking on Southampton. As I've said, Crystal Palace are winning as I record this, so who knows what might happen in the next 15 minutes. But generally, I would say have been good this season. I'm sure they had lost a couple of games in a row, but looks like they're doing okay in tonight's match, taking on a Southampton side who did lose 3-0 against Arsenal. They had a couple of issues with, obviously, goalkeepers having to bring in Caballero last minute because they had no other goalkeepers available for this game, which, probably wasn't ideal going into this. And generally, I've been quite up and down with form, so I've backed Crystal Palace 1-0. I think it could be quite a close game there and maybe not overly exciting, so just, 1-0 either way. And then finally on the Wednesday at 8 o'clock, we have got Arsenal taking on West Ham. So again, Arsenal, good 3-0 win this weekend, but the loss against Everton in the previous game, Arteta came out and said he was very disappointed in his side. They've kind of come out and rectified that against Southampton. And again, they've got some good players in that side, and if you can get them working together, they could really be onto something good there. Taking on a West Ham side who, again, also hadn't been too great over the last week or so, but then went and beat Chelsea 3-2, and I'm thinking, hang on, have they found themselves again? But I think they will be disappointed with a 0-0 against a Burnley side who, as I say, are in the relegation zone, haven't been that great. So for prediction on that one, I was so tempted to just do a draw, to be honest, but I wanted to back a side. And even at this point, I'm not sure which way I think. I've got Arsenal 1-0. I think some people will probably disagree with that, and I'm tempted to disagree with myself, to be honest, but I will leave it there. Moving on to the Thursday games now. 7:30, we have got Leicester taking on Spurs. So two sides, to be fair, who've had quite a few problems in the last week. As I say, Spurs themselves didn't play this weekend. The Brighton game was postponed because of positive results, and then also the Europa game was. Leicester did play the Europa League game, despite having, I think it's mostly injuries, but if I'm not mistaken, I think they might have had a couple of positive tests in their camp as well. They did play their game today against Newcastle and won 4-0. So, if you're on some bad form, don't worry, Newcastle will sort you out, and they certainly did that today. So, and then as for Spurs, as I say, other than the fact that they didn't play this weekend, Thursday, do you think this game will go ahead by then, or could there still be some issues? I'm not sure. I've got 1-1. I just think it's hard to predict with everything going on at the moment for both sides, so I've just sat on the fence there. Thursday at 7:45, we have got Chelsea taking on Everton. Again, Chelsea have been really good this season. Got the win against Leeds, just about 3-2. Which I'm sure they'll be happy to take the 3 points home on that one. After what was, probably a disappointing result, losing to West Ham 3-2 just last weekend. So they've come out and they've kind of made up for that. Again, lots of goals, which is always good. Taking on an Everton side who, as I say, had been, useless, to be honest, for the last 5 or 6 games until they went out and did what they did in that Arsenal game. But it looks like they're losing again tonight at the moment. So I have backed Chelsea. I've gone 1-0. Could be more. Could Everton have a chance in that one? I'm not sure. Stick with 1-0. And then to finish off, Thursday, 8 o'clock, if Newcastle didn't have it bad enough, losing 4-0 against Leicester today, they now go and try their luck against Liverpool on Thursday night. Liverpool, as we know, have been very good this season, as always. Beat the returning Steven Gerrard 1-0 in their game this weekend. And as I say, taking on a Newcastle side who have got a really tough fixture list going into December. I've gone Liverpool 2-0, to be honest. And you could even say that's me being biased as a Newcastle fan. You could even go higher than that. You could go 3 or 4, because Newcastle struggled to defend, conceded 4 today against Leicester. I mean, Newcastle had, moderate spells in that game, but, spells isn't going to take you home 3 points, and conceding 4 is definitely not what you want. But anyway, those are all of my predictions for the midweek games up there. So be sure to get your predictions down in the comments below. As always, I will go through all of the games before the first one kicks off on Tuesday at 7:30. So you've got tonight, all of tomorrow, Monday, and then all day Tuesday. If you are watching this late, if you are watching this maybe Wednesday lunchtime and you still want to get involved, get your predictions in for the Wednesday and the Thursday. I will come back and pick up the late predictions. And who knows, as I say, you only needed 2 to win this video. So Wednesday, Thursday, 2 or 3 correct scores, you could still be a winner. But as always, thank you to everyone who got involved. If you are still watching this video 10 minutes earlier and you haven't subscribed, then please do. Drop a like on the video. And as I say, the next one will likely be Friday, as these games finish on Thursday, and then we've got more again on Saturday, Sunday. So it'll be Friday when I'll be back, so look out for that one. But enjoy your week, enjoy the football, hope your team wins, and I'll catch you later.